Asakta buddhi sarvatra Jitatma vigata spriha Naishkarmya siddhim paramam Sanyasenādigacchati Siddhim prapto yatha brahma Tathapnoti nibodhame Samasenaiva kaunteya Nishtha jnanasya ya para Buddhya vishuddhaya yuktaha Dhrityatmanam niyamya cha Shabdadin vishayan styaktva Ragadvesham yudhasya cha Vivikta sevi lagvashi Yatavakkaya manasaha Dhyana yoga paro nityam Vairagyam samupashritaha Ahankaram balam darpam Kamam krodham parigraham Vimucya nirmama shantaha Brahma bhujaya kalpyate So asakta buddhi, doing one's duties without getting attached. And the last class I explained that non-attachment is in the form of looking at everything in this world as only a means to an end, not an end. You cannot get attached unless you see it as a destination. Means we don't get attached to. We just use it and forget it. But what we get, what we are dedicated to is our destination. In this world, in this life, nothing is the destination. As I told you, even children are a means to your survival. They are not the meaning of your life. That's all wrong. They are just a part of your life, not the meaning. The meaning of your life is yourself. Understanding your existence is the meaning of your life. Looking at yourself is the meaning of life, is the purpose of life, is the destination of life. Just because you have some nice children, don't say this is. Say they are nice, they are useful, and you look after them. They are very, very necessary, they are very essential for your day-to-day happiness. That is okay. We understand their importance, but don't look upon them as the destination. They are not the meaning. There is nothing in God's creation, there is nothing which is the meaning of one's life. Everything is a means. And what is the meaning of life? One's own existence. One's own existence is the meaning of life. and one's own existence as the timeless being. Therefore, in order not to be attached, cut everything to the size of being a means. Don't give any importance more than its being a means. If you want to climb the tree, ladder is only a means. Ladder is only a means, Suji. Ladder is only a means. If we want to cross the river, boat is a means. Boat is a means. Value it, but that's not the destination. That's not the destination. It's important, but that's not destination. How beautiful it is to value a thing, to look upon something as very important and yet not to get attached to it. That's a great wisdom, Ji. It's highly important for me, but yet that's not my destination. Money is highly important for me, but that's not my destination. Then what is the destination? Oneself. One's own existence is the destination. One's own existence. Therefore, on a daily basis, look at the destination. Don't dwell on the means to living. Don't dwell on the means. Dwell on the destination. The destination is yourself. Therefore, if you can think of yourself as just a conscious being, and beyond being a conscious, there is no attribute in you. Every living being, every conscious individual, his soul identity is a conscious being. And as a conscious being, without attributing anything else to it, it is unlimited. Therefore, as a conscious being, we are the unlimited being. Don't ascribe gender to the conscious identity. Don't ascribe form to the conscious identity. Don't ascribe your caste, creed, age, financial situation to your conscious identity. In fact, our conscious identity doesn't take any label. Like you can't ascribe, you can't ascribe, yes, any thanda, any coldness to fire. You can't conclude fire is partly hot and partly cold. You can't conclude fire is partly hot and partly cold. It is solely hot. Similarly, we are not partly conscious and partly material. We are not partly conscious and partly biological. We are not partly conscious and partly anatomical. We are solely conscious. This is the thing to be understood in life, and that is the destination. That is the samudra. And every individual, if it is a flowing river, the destination is the ocean. To flow into the ocean is the destination. And therefore here Bhagavan says, if you want to be free from the torments of attachment, if you want to be free from the torments of attachments, attachments entertain you by day and give you sleepless nights by night. समझ में आ गया? Therefore, asakta buddhi sarvatra chitatma have control over yourself. If people are little nagging, unka apna karma hai. You can always respond to an outsider. If you say something, you can respond. But inside the family, if you react, it will aggravate. Therefore, husband says something, wife says something, children say something, just ignore. Let their comments fall on the deaf ear. Deaf ear. But Swamiji, if I am not deaf, koi baat nahi. Even if you are not deaf, ignore them. That is called falling on deaf ears. You know, one wife and one couple, 90 plus couple, they were living together. Somebody asked, what is the secret of your cordiality? They are living together. And the husband says, she is deaf and I am deaf. What she says, I can't hear, and what I say, she can't hear. So naturally. But the effect can be the same. If you ignore, the effect is the same. You ignore. So don't get worked up. If somebody hurts, that is his setback, not your setback. Every hurt that you give will come back to you. It's a law of karma. Life is much subtler than it looks. It's much more sophisticated than it looks. Therefore, live in keep busy with your duties, with your responsibilities, with your responsibilities, and enjoy even solitude. Don't think solitude makes you abnormal. It's all wrong. Solitude need not make you abnormal. Solitude makes you reflect. Only a matured person can enjoy solitude. Only a matured person can enjoy solitude. The restless want company all the time. Company is good, but when it is not there, don't crave for it. That's it. If it is forced on you, enjoy it. Theek hai ji. Company, if it has to be there, if something, the wife or husband company is there. Or in the beginning itself, one should think to remain alone. But once you are a grihastha, some minimum amount of companionship has to be there. That minimum company is not a problem. But generally we become so restless, we look for variety of companionship. Then we stop enjoying the company of our own people, our own really children, wife, husband, etc., etc. Our own parents. We want to go out to a new place and enjoy company with others, where they have nothing to do to me, I have nothing to do with them, where there is no responsibilities. So you enjoy a degree of freedom with them. So you can sit with them and talk to them, laugh with them. I say that kind of atmosphere you have to create at home. That friendship, that friendly atmosphere, that friendly light atmosphere you should create between you and your wife and your children, your Ramu, your driver. Yes, why not? A light atmosphere. If you can enjoy the light atmosphere at home, then you don't look for next one. Jitatma. Enjoy the company of the people with whom you live. This is the mantra for your mental peace, I am telling you. Enjoy the company of those with whom you live. Vigata sprihaha. And this also explained. Come out of intense cravings. To begin with, it becomes a small wish, then it grows to become a desire, then it becomes stronger, then it disturbs. It goes as it becomes stronger, it disturbs me. With every strength, the desire disturbs me. And therefore, say, if I can begin a desire, I should be able to give it up also. Like if I can make friends with somebody, I should be able to give it up also. Why not? If I can start a desire, I should be able to terminate it also. Just leave it. Therefore, have freedom over desire. As long as it is comforting, keep it. If it becomes uncomfortable, leave it. Yes. One doesn't have to carry on with any custom just because it has been there around for a long time. If it is a musibat, why? Okay, these are all really asakta buddhi sarvatra jitatma vigata spriha. A person who lives a life of asakta buddhi, jitatma vigata spriha, person who lives a relatively peaceful life, sannyasena adhigacchati. He slowly understands sannyasa. Sannyasa, he is a sannyasi. He is a man with self-control, he is a sannyasi. A man with detachment is a sannyasi. Vigata spriha is a sannyasi. Jitatma is a sannyasi. Yes, any right discipline makes one a sannyasi. Why not? Any spiritual discipline makes one a sannyasi. The only thing is, sannyasa is all spiritual disciplines plus understanding oneself. That makes sannyasa complete. Like you, as a student of school, suppose a child, a school-going child, gets up in the morning and gets ready, gets into the uniform, and then goes. This is all a part of education. But when he goes and sits and listens, education becomes complete. Education becomes complete. Travel becomes complete in reaching. Travel becomes complete in reaching. In the same manner, all my spiritual disciplines become complete when I come to understand myself. What is sannyasa? Jnana, self-understanding is called sannyasa. A formality is not called sannyasa. Change of name is not sannyasa. Like education is not something, change of name. Supposing you say, a person who is given an honorary doctorate, somebody is given. Modi is called by a university and he is given a doctorate, let us say. Honorary. But does he become a doctor? Does he become a doctor? He doesn't become a doctor. Similarly, just because a person takes the name Ananda, does he become Ananda? A lot of Punjabi names are Ananda. Are they Anandas? It's a Bhujni. Change of name doesn't mean anything. Change of dress doesn't mean anything. But change of thinking, change of perception means everything. Therefore, there is no destination in the creation. I am the destination. This is the great thinking. The one who thinks of himself as the destination is a sannyasi. The one who thinks of his existence as like the wave thinking, my destination is not to reach another ocean. My destination is to understand myself as water. Understanding myself as water is my destination. So when the wave thinks like that, then he is a sannyasi. Sannyasena adhigacchati. Spiritual disciplines slowly convert you into a sannyasi. Convert means slowly educate you to become sannyasi. It is just like, I'll give you an example. As the mud in the water slowly starts settling down, whether you like it or not, you start seeing the floor of the water. You are able to see the sand below. As you slowly rub the dust from the mirror, you are able to see the reflection. These examples are real. Similarly, in my mind also there is so much of dust, etc. So when my spiritual disciplines, my spiritual prayers, when they settle my mental dust down, it becomes easier for me to see myself as the destination. And therefore, spiritual disciplines slowly transform me into a sannyasi. And what is that nature of oneself? What is the nature of the destination? Naishkarmya siddhim paramam. Paramam, supreme. Naishkarmya siddhim, struggle-free peace. Naishkarmya siddhi has got a technical meaning. If I give the technical meaning, you will all get up and go away. And I don't want to lose the students. You see, with great difficulty we get some students. With very great difficulty. And then you come up with all the technicalities. They will all get up one after another, go away. Therefore, Naishkarmya siddhi means, still I will try to explain technically, but in a very simple way. Man is full of struggles. He is all the time active. From morning till night, until he goes to sleep, he is active. We call it activity. We call them actions. But actually they are all struggles. Struggles. He is all the time struggling to find his peace, to find his fullness, to find some satisfaction. He is all the time doing, he is all the time bhatkoing. Therefore, even though we say he is wandering, etc., but the word that is most apt is struggling. The whole day is struggles. And the destination, one's nature is free from the struggle. It is a struggle-free shanti. Like when a person goes to sleep, there is no struggle, there is only shanti. And it is free from all kinds of divisions. Thinker-thought division is not there. Willed division is not there. Desired division is not there. Where no division is available, where no Dvaitam is, That is called Advaitam, that is called Naishkarmya Siddhi. Naishkarmya Siddhi means action-free, struggle-free, duality-free peace. Volition-free, will-free, choice-free Shanti. That is the destination. Searcher searched. Like when the river meets the ocean, the searcher searched. The struggle is over. That is the destination. The struggle is over. If there is a struggle, please understand the great point I am making. Try to reflect on this. If there is a struggle, then there has to be an end to it. There cannot be any endless problem. Every problem has an end. And the end of every problem is one's own existence. Giving my attention to myself is the end of all the problems. Like the river's problems end in the ocean. That means there is no such a thing that samsara is endless. No, samsara has an end. Like ignorance has an end. When I go for knowledge, it has an end. Illiteracy has an end. Even though last life I was illiterate and previous life I was illiterate and previous life I was illiterate, I am a Khandani illiterate. But yet the moment I go to school, I am free from illiteracy. Therefore, never get depressed, never become udas that these are endless problems. No, there are no endless problems. Our existence is the end of all the problems. Like when you go to sleep and go back to yourself, that is the end of all problems. Peace is the end of all problems. And that's our nature, that is the destination. And to look at one's existence as one's destination in one's life is what makes one a sannyasi. Did you hear the whole sentence? What makes one a sannyasi? To look upon one's existence, a peaceful existence, as one's destination. I have to somehow or other understand myself. I have to somehow or other come back to myself. I have to somehow or other educate myself about myself. I have to somehow or other understand myself. That's what is called destination. Naishkarmya siddhim paramam sannyasena digacchati. Man reaches the destination of himself called Naishkarmya. Naishkarmya means moksha. Naishkarmya means shanti. Naishkarmya means advaitam. One reaches the advaitam. Say if there is no thinker thought division, then what is it? Advaitam. Did you hear this sentence correctly? Where there is no thinker thought division, it is Advaita. Where there is willed division, desirer, desired division. Where there is no subject-object division. Where there is no dreamer-dreamt division. Where there is no me and the rest kind of division. Where there is no division, there is only Shanti. Understand, there cannot be a noise unless there is some Shanti. You can't have noise. Noise is an illusion in the realm of peace. Did you hear that? Noise is an illusion in the realm of peace. Limitation is an illusion in the realm of unlimited nature. All imperfections are illusions in the realm of perfection. Bapre, all imperfections are illusions in the realm of perfection. the self. समझ गए ना? Therefore, in order to become a sannyasi, what should you do now? Swamiji, that is very simple. We'll go to Rishikesh. And then bada mala pane. It is all really, see, the educated people should not be silly, wearing itni bade rudraksh mala. What do you want to prove? What do you want to prove? That you want to be that you are spiritual? Hey, let your symbols be for yourself, not for the world. Why? Then Jata. What is all this? Adambaram. Be a silent person. Go about doing your duties and look after. Find your peace at home. Enjoy the company of the people with whom you stay. I am telling you, that is the mantra for happiness in life. Don't dislike the people with whom you live. Even if you don't like a particular person, just sit with him and make amends and say, why should we dislike each other? We have to live under the same roof. It's so wonderful to like one another. They are living under the same roof. This is over. To become a sannyasi, you don't have to go anywhere, you don't have to change the name, you don't have to change. Swamiji, आखर कलर क्या समझते हैं? मैं तो कुछ नहीं समझता हूँ. It's all unnecessary. Not necessary. It's good if a person is already a sannyasi, it is okay. But to define that unless I have it, I can't be happy is wrong. It's nice, but it's not a must. Next verse, Ji. Siddhim prapto yatha brahma.
Siddhim prapto yatha brahma.
Tathapnoti nibodhame.
Tathapnoti nibodhame.
Samase naiva kaunteya.
Samase naiva kaunteya.
Nishtha jnanasya ya para.
Nishtha jnanasya ya para.
You know, every day, on a daily basis, if you go on taking right food, healthy food, just let us imagine, you take healthy food and yoga, some healthy disciplines. Let us confine to healthy food only. Supposing every day, on a daily basis, you have only health food. And take it and forget it. It keeps working on your health. You don't have to do anything. Take the right food and forget it. And the right food that you take keeps working on your health. Similarly, your devotion to Bhagavan, your prayer to God keeps working on your person. Not the physical health, but on your mind. Your prayers work on your thinking. Your attitudes work on your mind. And just as slowly, right food slowly improves your health. Similarly, daily prayers and right values, right disciplines, right attitudes, which work on your mind slowly, create certain stamina in the mind, which can prepare you for understanding the truth. That state of being prepared to look at oneself is what is called Siddhi. I am only explaining the first word, Siddhi. Siddhi means that prepared state, that mentally prepared state. You become mentally prepared to look at yourself very seriously. You become mentally prepared. It's like a person, at 7 o'clock in the evening. He is not mentally prepared, and if you try to put him to bed, put him to sleep, he is not ready. If the child says, no, I am not yet ready for sleep. Similarly, if a person is mentally prepared to look at himself, that mental preparedness is what is called Siddhi. Why should one have great mental preparation to look at oneself? Because man is not used to looking at himself, he is used to looking at other things. It's not easy. To gather one's attention back to oneself is not easy. It is an attention that is totally diffused. It is something that is distracted in 1,000 directions. One's attention is in the form of memories of things. I close my eyes and then I keep remembering this and that and this and that. This is all called attention. My attention is with 1,000 things. And when I am lost in the memories of the objects, when I am lost in the memories of the events of the past, when I am lost in the anxieties about the future, when I am lost in variety of problems, and all called nothing but memories. And suddenly if you tell him, hey, your happiness does not lie in your memories, your happiness lies in yourself. Is he going to be receptive? ये तो नहीं होगा. A person who has been taking whiskey all his life, you tell him, बेटा ये शरीर के लिए ठीक नहीं है, इसको छोड़ दो. Will you छोड़ो? Will you leave it? Then he will say, हाँ समझ लो, सुन लिया आप जाओ. He will say, हाँ जी आपने बता दिया, मैंने सुन लिया, बस हो गया. To retrace one's steps from the wrong to the right is not easy, please. To retrace one's steps from the wrong to the right is not easy. बड़ा मुश्किल है. That mental preparation to go back to the right is called Siddhi. So whenever we use the word Siddhi, Siddha Purusha, he has got Siddhi. Simply, Siddhi means not Jnana. Siddhi means he is receptive to thinking, right thinking. He is receptive to right values. He is receptive to right lifestyle. He is mentally relatively peaceful. That is called Siddhi. And Bhashyakara sometimes he tries to explain Siddhi, but people don't. It's very difficult for us to understand. Then he says, instead of using the word Siddhi, he says Shuddhi. Siddhi is nothing but Antakarana Shuddhi. Mental purity is called mental achievement. Mental purity is mental achievement. Now what is purity? This is what I wanted to just spend some time. To be a good human being is, okay, it is purity, but that's not Siddhi. To be a generous human being is not Siddhi. It's good, admirable, but not Siddhi. To be a good husband, to be a good son, to be a good father, to be a Dasharatha, to be a Ram, to be Sita, to be Lakshman, to be a good brother. These are all great, admirable values. You can write Ramayana, but that's not Siddhi. Siddhi means the one who can think that there is nothing for me to, I don't have to look here and there, I have to only look at myself. There is nothing that I have to reach out to. There is nothing I have to reach out to. I have to only look at myself. The one who has understood the need to understand oneself, that understanding is called Siddhi. It is not merely Vairagyam also. Supposing a person leaves all his property and goes to Rishikesh, that is not Siddhi. There he may be wasting his time. What is important? I have to ultimately come back to myself. I am the answer, the one who thinks. That is called Siddhi. He is called a Siddha Purusha. I am the answer. There is no answer outside. I am the answer to myself. That Siddhim Praptaha, having gained that kind of Siddhi, having gained that kind of achievement, having made such an achievement, I think this is the greatest achievement in life. What is it? I am the answer. Even to recognize this much, I am the answer. There is no answer. It is not possible that I can find an answer in God's creation. God's creation has no answer. God's creation is the problem. God is the answer. If you want a new language, God is the answer. God's creation is a problem only. Yes, embodiment is a problem. Therefore, you don't have to worship God's creation. Worship God. Bhagwan is our answer. What about Bhagwan Srishti? खाने पीने के लिए ठीक है. Bhagwan Srishti can give me air to breathe. ठीक है जी. It is a means to my survival. But Bhagwan is my destination. Bhagwan is our destination. Siddhim praptaha yatha, just as Brahma apnoti. It is only when a person gets mental purity, then he can understand Brahma. Brahma apnoti, he can understand Brahma. Tatha nibodh mein, ये सारी बातें हमसे सुनो, समझो. Please, Arjuna, understand from me that how, without mental purity, you cannot know the truth. You cannot know the truth unless you are inwardly peaceful. And you cannot be inwardly peaceful unless you are mentally pure. No hatred for others, no like, no dislike, no jealousies. Live and let live is the essence of purity. Live and let live. Sabka. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Let everybody be happy. I want to be happy. Let everybody be happy. I think this is the best thought. The best thought, the best prayer is, let everybody be happy. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Similarly, in your own family, you can think of the elderly people. Just say, let them be comfortable, let them be peaceful. Let me not disturb them. I don't have to go every day and ask them, किन किन का नाम है विल में. मेरा ज़्यादा लोगों का नाम मत रखो, मेरा नाम रखो. केवल मेरा नाम रखना, बिकॉज आप तो हमारे साथ रह रहे हैं. अगर मेरा नाम नहीं रखना है, सबका नाम रखना है, जाके उनके पास रहो. It is all silly. देखो जी, by tormenting somebody, even if you get something, will not lost with the person. प्रसाद रूप से जो मिलता है, that stays. जो प्रसाद रूप से मिलता है, That stays. And what you try to get as through torment, वो ठहरता नहीं है. परेशान करके कुछ भाग भी लिया, is nothing. These are all, very, very simple thoughts, but very essential in life. Very essential. Siddhim prapto yatha brahma tatapnoti nibodhame. Therefore, the one thing that can keep you happy is let everybody be happy. Thus. Don't have depression just because somebody is bigger, somebody is making money. I say, let everybody grow. Let everybody grow. If somebody is a little taller than you, you don't have to feel jealous. So, ठीक है जी, अपना अपना प्रारब्ध है. And if your height is less, then do some pull-ups. Maybe pull-ups can help you. The amount of time you spend feeling jealous of somebody, that time you spend in doing pull-ups, you will be all right. Bhagavan says, Samasenaiva Kaunteya. I am going to tell you in brief, Samasenaiva Kaunteya, Kaunteya, Nishtha Jnanasya. I am going to tell you what is it abiding in knowledge. Ya Para. Ya Jo Para, the timeless knowledge. I have to explain it, Ji. Understanding is not an event in time. Understanding the falsity of time is not an event inside time. Thoda sa tough है, but you have to rise to the occasion. Understanding the falsity of thought is not another thought. Freedom from thought is not another thought. Understanding the falsity of time is not an event in time. Like waking up from the dream is not an event in dream time. Is not inside, it doesn't happen inside a dream. Waking up from the dream is not an event inside a dream. Falling asleep is not an event in the waking. Similarly, understanding the truth is not an event in time. And that which is not an event in time is called the timeless. Ya Para, that is called the meaning of the word Para, the timeless. The timeless means the time-free. The time-free understanding. Why? Understanding is not an event in time. Understanding is not an event in time. If it is an understanding about an object, it is a thought about an object, then it is an event in time. But transcending thought, transcending time, that's not an event in time. So we translate this word Para as supreme. That is the standard translation. The supreme, abiding in the supreme Jnanam, please know from me in brief, Bhagavan says. But I would like to translate a little differently. Supreme is a very unconveying term. Therefore, the term I would like to translate as a non-time-free understanding. Time-free understanding. Okay, Ji. Bhagavan says, first get your mental purity right. It will prepare you for Jnana. If I have to prepare myself for Jnana, I can never do it. I keep doing the right things will prepare me. As I gave the example, I keep taking the right food, it will work on my health. I can't improve. I can't improve on my health. I can't do anything about it. I can only take the right food, and the right food will keep working on my health. Similarly, the right duties, the right values, the right disciplines, and the right prayers keep working on my mind and prepare me for the knowledge. Suddenly. Next Ji. Buddhya Vishuddhaya Yukta.
Buddhya Vishuddhaya Yukta.
Trityatmanam Niyamya Cha.
Trityatmanam Niyamya Cha.
Shabdadin Vishayan Styaktva.
Shabdadin Vishayan Styaktva.
Ragadveshau Yudasya Cha.
Ragadveshau Yudasya Cha.
You must have heard and read in so many books this particular word called Jnana Nishtha. Jnana Nishtha means establishing oneself in Jnana. Please, the actual meaning is abiding in a state of reflection to get knowledge. That is called Jnana Nishtha. Consistent reflection is called Jnana Nishtha. Nishtha means to be consistent. Supposing you come to the class every day, that means you have Nishtha. Every day you go for your walk, then that means you have Nishtha. Every day you go to your work, that means you have Nishtha. Supposing you don't do it, you are not consistent, then you have no Nishtha. Kabhi gaya, kabhi nahi gaya. Jnana Nishtha means be consistent in reaching understanding about yourself. That consistency in the study, consistency in Shravana, consistency in Mananam, consistency in understanding. Like education, you go to school every day, that is called a Nishtha. You go to school every day, that is called Nishtha. If you don't go to school every day, that means you have no Nishtha. And all accomplishments are made through Nishtha, please understand. Jahan Nishtha hai, wahan par prapti hai. Even if we are a sweeper, I tell you, if he has Nishtha, he will reach his destination. Nishtha makes all the difference. Are you able to follow? Nishtha makes all the difference. If I do every day, that is Nishtha, consistency. Bhagavan says, what is Jnana Nishtha? Here he says, Buddhya Vishuddhaya Yukta. Buddhya, with reasoning. Vishuddhaya, pure reasoning. Yukta, being endowed. Always use right reasoning. Always use right reasoning. Reasoning is very useful to guide oneself, please. Truth doesn't stand on reasoning, but understanding the truth depends upon reasoning. It is like, the place called Rishikesh or Gangotri doesn't stand on my feet. But to reach there I need feet. Are you able to follow? Gangotri doesn't stand on my feet. But in order to reach Gangotri I need feet. Understand the distinction between the means. Reasoning is necessary for me to understand the truth, though the truth is independent of reasoning. Truth exists on its own strength. Truth exists on its own strength. But to figure out the truth, I have to use reasoning. And the reasoning can be right or wrong. This problem is there always. A cow has 4 legs. Therefore, every animal that has 4 legs is a cow. Also sounds like a logic, This is called, Greek logic. Greek logic. It's all wrong logic. Lakshmanan Greek logic. But Indian logic says every animal that has 4 legs need not be a cow. Cow happens to have 4 legs, but an animal which has 4 legs need not be a cow. A sannyasi, a person who has Atma Jnanam is a sannyasi. But everyone in sannyasi dress need not have Atma Jnana. Right reasoning guides you well. Buddhya vishuddhaya yuktaha. And another utility, the usefulness of this reasoning is, you will not be superstitious. If you follow reasoning, then you will not be superstitious. You will not be taken in by all these idiots around. A lot of people who make promises. In the name of spirituality, they promise you come 7 days mein aapko mukti dila denge. In 15 days you will get moksha again. I say you study your shastram, I think your shastram is the best guide for you. We don't have to go anywhere. Tasmat shastram pramanante karya vyavasthito, Bhagavan says. Your scripture is your best light, best guide. Therefore, reasoning liberates you from superstitions. Reasoning liberates you from blind beliefs. Reasoning liberates us from unreasonableness. A reasoning person also slowly becomes a reasonable person. Did you follow this point? A reasoning person slowly becomes a very reasonable person. A person who doesn't reason, a non-reasoning person also does not become a reasonable person. He becomes very unreasonable. Very unreasonable. You take lunch at 12 o'clock and then again you feel hungry at 5 o'clock. Supposing you have little food that is left out after lunch, thoda bahut bach jata hai, koi kha lete ghar mein. The others, the head of the family need not worry about it. Why you are taking second time? Nahi, mahanga ki jamana hai. Hey, what are you talking? What mahanga? When a person feels hungry, let him take. Let her take. If it is a beta, beti can take any number of times. But bahu, no. bahu nahi le sakte, beti le sakte. Ye kya hai? But somebody said very beautiful thing ji. A couple of days ago, I liked it. As long as bahu is a bahu, you have a problem. You convert her into a beti, then you have no problem. Look upon your bahu as your beti. Make friends with her as a beti. Tab badhiya ho jayenge. Therefore, you become slowly reasonable when you are a reasoning person. Because hunger is a hunger. Very well. Okay, we will continue it later. Aram se. Despite the Prabhupada book, we are still able to do. The classes will continue till the 7th of October. And from 8th onwards there will be vacation. And after 8th then we will resume the classes on 29th of October. Happens to be Wednesday. So you can remember these points. Till 7th we have. Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। थैंक यू जी, थैंक यू।